friends, and welcome to Storytime with Little Miss Kathy. Today we have a story called Mud Puddle by Robert Munsch, illustrated by Sammy Somalinan. Julian's mother brought her clean new clothes. Julian put on clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she walked outside and sat down under an apple tree. Unfortunately, hiding up in the apple tree, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julian sitting there and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her ears were full of mud. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy, mommy, mommy! A mud puddle jumped on me!" Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes and dropped her into a tub of water. She scrubbed Julian till she was red all over. She washed out her ears, she washed out her eyes, and she even washed out her mouth. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on a clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she looked out the back door. She couldn't see the mud puddle anywhere, so she walked outside and sat down in her sandbox. The sandbox was next to the house, and hiding up on top of the house, there was the mud puddle. It saw Julian sitting there, and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her nose was full of mud. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy, mommy, mommy! A mud puddle jumped on me!" Julian's mother picked her up, took off all her clothes and dropped her into a tub of water. And she scrubbed Julian till she was red all over. She washed her ears, she washed out her eyes, she washed out her mouth, and she even washed out her nose. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. Then she put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she had an idea. She reached way back into the closet and got a yellow raincoat, and she put it on and walked outside. There was no mud puddle anywhere, so she yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" Nothing happened, so she yelled even louder, "Hey, mud puddle!" Julian was standing there in the sunshine in a raincoat and was getting very hot. So she pulled back her hood. Nothing happened, so she took off her raincoat. As soon as she took off her coat, out from behind the doghouse, there came the mud puddle. It ran across the grass and jumped right onto Julian's head. Oh no! She got completely all over muddy, and Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy, mommy, mommy! A mud puddle jumped on me!" Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes and dropped her into a tub full of water. She scrubbed Julian till she was red all over. She washed out her ears, she washed out her eyes, she washed out her mouth, she washed out her nose, and she even washed out her belly button. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she sat beside the back door because she was afraid to go outside. Then she had an idea. She reached up to the sink and took a bar of smelly yellow soap, and she gave it a smell. Yuck! She took another bar of smelly yellow soap and gave it a smell. Yuck! She put the smelly yellow soap in her pockets. Then she ran into the middle of the backyard and yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" The mud puddle jumped over the fence and ran right towards her. Julian threw a bar of soap right into the mud puddle's middle. The mud puddle stopped. Julian threw the other bar of soap right into the mud puddle, and the mud puddle said, "Ugh! Yuck! Ugh!" And it ran across the grass, jumped over the fence, and it never came back. The end. I'm so glad the mud puddle didn't like the soap. That's why we have to take baths, right? All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this silly, silly story as much as I did. Until next time, stay amazing. Mwah! Thanks for watching. So if you're liking our videos, please remember to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when we post up a new video. Until then, see you next time.